My wife screamed, "My sister says you're cheating," and I believe her. I said, "Fine." I invited her sister over and played the recording of her sister trying to seduce me last week. My wife looked at her sister, then at me, but I was already packing my bags. I, 32 male, honestly don't even know where to start with this mess. My wife, 30, and I have been married for 5 years. Good marriage, or so I thought. We argue sometimes like everyone else, but nothing major. Until last Tuesday, I came home from work around 6 p.m. Normal day, brought takeout because she mentioned she was tired from work. Soon as I walk in, she's standing in the living room with her arms crossed, phone in hand, looking at me like I just ran over her dog. "We need to talk." Those 4 words, man. Never good. "Okay?" I set the food down. "What's up? Are you cheating on me?" Record scratch moment. "What?" "No. Why would you even ask that?" She holds up her phone. "My sister saw you last Thursday at that new bar downtown with a woman. She said you two looked very comfortable together." Her sister. Of course. Let's call her. Actually, you know what? I'm not even giving her a name. She's just sister from here on out because she doesn't deserve more than that. "That was a work thing," I said. "My new manager. We were discussing the quarterly reports over drinks because the office was too loud. I told you about this." "You didn't tell me she was pretty." I actually laughed. Couldn't help it. "I didn't realize I needed to give you a physical description of my coworkers. Should I rate them 1 to 10 in advance?" Wrong thing to say. She exploded. "Don't laugh at me. My sister wouldn't lie. She said the way you were looking at her, the way you touched her arm." "I didn't touch anyone's arm. My sister has been looking out for me since we were kids. She's never been wrong about people. She warned me about my ex and she was right. So when she says you're cheating, I believe her." I just stood there. 5 years of marriage, trust, partnership, building a life together. And she's taking her sister's word over mine based on, what? Me having a work drink in public? "So that's it," I said quietly. "You're not even going to consider my side? Not going to ask for details, check my story, nothing?" My sister wouldn't lie to me. Something in me just clicked off. You know that moment when you realize you're done? That was it. "Fine," I said. "You believe her. Cool." I grabbed my keys and left. Went to my buddy's place, crashed on his couch, ignored my phone, blowing up all night. But here's the thing. Here's what my wife didn't know. Last week, Tuesday night, sister came over while my wife was working late. Said she needed to borrow something. I forget what. Normal sister-in-law stuff, right? Wrong. She was acting weird. Touchy. Kept finding excuses to get close. Asked if I was happy in my marriage. Made comments about how she always thought I was attractive and how her sister didn't appreciate me enough. Red flags everywhere. I told her she needed to leave. She laughed it off like she was joking, but then tried to kiss me. Actually lunged at me. I pushed her away, told her to get out, never come back. She got mad, called me all kinds of names, said I'd regret rejecting her. And here's the kicker. I recorded the whole thing on my phone. Not the beginning, but from when she started getting inappropriate. Had it in my pocket, started voice recording when my gut told me this was going bad. Got her propositioning me, got me telling her to leave, got her tantrum on the way out. Been carrying that recording around all week, wondering if I should tell my wife. Decided against it because I figured it would just cause drama and sister would deny everything anyway. Guess sister decided to strike first. Smart. Accused me of cheating, so if I came forward about her trying to seduce me, it'd look like revenge or whatever. I spent Thursday at my buddy's place working out my next move. Called a lawyer Friday morning just to know my options. He said keep the recording, document everything, and be smart about next steps. Friday afternoon, I texted my wife. "I want to talk, face to face, and I want your sister there too." She responded immediately. "Why do you want her there?" "Because she's part of this conversation. Either she's there or I'm not coming." Took her an hour to respond. "Fine. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., our place." Saturday rolled around. I showed up at 1:55 p.m. with my phone, my laptop, and a backup battery pack. My wife answered the door looking exhausted. Sister was on the couch looking smug as hell. "Okay," my wife said. "We're here. Talk." I set my laptop on the coffee table, pulled up the audio file, and hit play. Sister's voice. "You know, I always thought you were so attractive. Like, way more attractive than the guys she usually dated." My voice. That's inappropriate. You should go. Sister's voice, oh, come on, don't be like that. I see how she treats you. Always nagging, always tired, never appreciates what she has. I would never take you for granted. The blood drained from Sister's face. My wife's head snapped toward her. Wait, my wife said. When was this? Last Tuesday. I said, she came over while you were at work. The recording continued. Sister propositioning me telling her to leave, her getting angry, calling me names, saying I'd regret it. By the time it finished, my wife was staring at her sister like she'd never seen her before. You tried to. My wife couldn't even finish the sentence. Sister jumped up. He's lying. That's fake. He edited that or used AI or something. You can't seriously believe. That's your voice. My wife said flatly. He probably recorded me saying other things and cut it together. This is exactly what cheaters do. They manipulate and... Get out? My wife said. What? Get out of my house. Sister's face went through about 5 different emotions. Shock, anger, panic, back to anger. You're seriously taking his side? After everything I've done for you? After I've protected you your whole life? Protected me? You tried to sleep with my husband. Because he was coming on to me. I was trying to prove he was a cheater. This was a test and he failed. The mental gymnastics were Olympic level. My wife pointed at the door. Out, now. Don't call me, don't text me, don't come near my house. Sister looked at me, pure venom in her eyes. This isn't over. She grabbed her purse and stormed out. Slammed the door so hard a picture frame fell off the wall. Silence. My wife turned to me, tears in her eyes. I'm so sorry. I should have believed you. I should have. Yeah, I said. You should have. I walked past her to our bedroom and started packing a bag. Wait, what are you doing? Leaving. But I apologized. I believe you now. She's gone. I stopped packing and looked at her. You took her word over mine. 5 years of marriage and you believed her without question. Didn't even give me a chance to defend myself. I was scared, I thought. I don't care what you thought. The trust is gone. How am I supposed to live with someone who thinks so little of me? She started crying harder. Please don't go. We can fix this. Counseling, whatever you need. What I need is a wife who trusts me. You're not that person. I finished packing my essentials, grabbed my toiletries, my work laptop, some clothes. She followed me through the apartment, begging me to stay, promising she'd make it right. I stopped at the door. I'll be staying with a friend. I'll come back for the rest of my stuff next week. We can figure out the apartment and everything else through lawyers. Lawyers? You want a divorce? I don't know what I want yet, but I know I can't be here right now. I left, moved my stuff into my buddy's spare room that night, turned my phone off because the calls and texts were nonstop. It's been 4 days now. I turned my phone back on this morning and had over 100 messages, most from my wife begging me to come home, a few from her parents asking what happened, 3 from Sister calling me every name in the book and threatening to tell everyone the truth about me. Cool, let her try. I'm meeting with my lawyer again tomorrow to discuss options. Part of me wants to work it out, but a bigger part of me is just done. You know, like, how do you come back from your partner choosing to believe you're a cheater over some random accusation? How do you rebuild that? I don't have answers yet. Just needed to write this out somewhere. Update 1, 5 days later. Okay, so things escalated. Of course they did. Remember how Sister said this isn't over? She meant it. Monday morning I got to work and my boss called me into his office. He looked uncomfortable as hell. Hey man, I need to ask you something and I'm really sorry to do this. But, are you going through something at home? My stomach dropped. Why? I got an email over the weekend from someone claiming to be your sister-in-law. She said you've been harassing her, making unwanted advances, and that you're, well, she used the word unstable. She's concerned for our client's safety. I just stared at him. Look, he continued, I know you. This doesn't sound like you at all, but I have to follow protocol. HR wants to talk to you. I spent 2 hours in HR explaining the situation, showed them the recording, explained the whole mess. They were sympathetic, but still had to document everything. Put me on a 3-day cooling off period while they investigated. Basically sent me home, unpaid. I called my lawyer immediately. He said this was harassment, possible defamation, and we should send Sister a cease and desist letter. We drafted it that afternoon, but Sister wasn't done. Tuesday, my landlord called. Apparently someone reported domestic disturbances at our apartment. Screaming, fighting, possible violence. The landlord was required to follow up. I explained I hadn't lived there in a week, gave him my buddy's address, told him to call my wife if he wanted confirmation. He was cool about it, but warned that if he got more complaints, he'd have to take action per the lease agreement. Wednesday, I got a call from my mom. She was crying. "What's going on? Your mother-in-law called me. She said you've been having an affair and that when your wife confronted you, you attacked her sister?" "What?" "She said her daughter had to call the police because you were threatening them." I explained everything to my mom. Sent her the recording. She went from crying to furious in about 30 seconds. "That little witch, how dare she? I'm calling her mother right now." "Mom, don't." Too late. She'd already hung up. 20 minutes later, my mother-in-law called me directly. "You have some nerve, turning your mother against my family. My daughter told me what really happened. You're a liar and a manipulator, and—" "I have a recording," I said calmly. Silence. "What?" "I have a recording of your daughter trying to seduce me, propositioning me telling her to leave, her threatening me when I rejected her. Would you like to hear it?" More silence. My daughter wouldn't." "Your daughter absolutely would, and did. And then when I didn't take the bait, she decided to accuse me of cheating to cover her tracks. And now she's calling my work, filing false reports, and turning my own family against me." I could hear her breathing on the other end. "Email me the recording," she finally said. "I'll think about it." I hung up. My lawyer said not to send her anything without his approval, so I didn't. But apparently my mom had already sent it to her during their screaming match. Oops. Thursday, my wife showed up at my buddy's place. I was working from my laptop when the doorbell rang. My buddy answered, and I heard my wife's voice asking for me. "I don't think that's a good idea," my buddy said. "I just need 5 minutes. Please." I came to the door. She looked terrible. Dark circles under her eyes, hair messy, obviously hadn't slept. "Can we talk?" she asked. "We have nothing to talk about." "Please. Just please, let me explain." Against my better judgment, I stepped outside. My buddy stayed near the door, protective. "I've been trying to reach you," she said. "I know. My sister, my mom called her. Played her the recording. She's denying everything. Says you faked it somehow. But I know it's real. I know your voice, I know her voice, I know what I heard." Cool. I cut her off completely, blocked her number, told her never to contact me again. I told my parents if they take her side, they're out of my life too. I didn't say anything. I know I screwed up. I know sorry isn't enough, but I'm trying to fix this. I filed a police report about the false claims she made. I called your work and told them everything was a lie. I'm doing everything I can to make this right. "That's nice," I said. "Doesn't change anything." "What do you want from me?" Her voice cracked. "Tell me what to do and I'll do it. I want to go back to last Tuesday and have you trust me. But I can't, so instead I'm moving forward without you." "You want a divorce?" "I haven't decided yet. That's why I have a lawyer." "I love you." "You didn't act like it." She started crying. Full breakdown, right there on my buddy's porch. Part of me wanted to comfort her. Most of me just felt nothing. "I need you to leave," I said. "Please don't give up on us." "You gave up on us when you believed her over me." I went back inside. My buddy closed the door. We heard her crying out there for a few minutes before she left. Friday morning, sister sent me an email. Subject line, "We need to talk." Didn't open it. Forwarded it straight to my lawyer. He called me an hour later, laughing. Apparently the email was sister trying to negotiate. She'd drop all her claims and tell everyone the truth if I agreed not to pursue legal action against her. "Is she serious?" I asked. "Unfortunately, yes. And she's just incriminated herself in writing." "This is beautiful." We sent back a response. Sister has 48 hours to retract all statements, issue written apologies to my employer and landlord, and cease all contact. Otherwise, we file for a restraining order and pursue defamation charges. That was yesterday. The deadline is tomorrow at 5 p.m. My wife texted me this morning. "My parents believe you. They confronted my sister. She admitted she made advances toward you, but claims you led her on. They're not talking to her anymore." I didn't respond. I don't know what I'm doing here. Part of me wants to forgive my wife, try to work it out. But every time I think about her face when she accused me of cheating, when she said she believed her sister over me, I just get angry all over again. My lawyer says I should decide soon what I want. File for divorce or try counseling. Staying in limbo isn't healthy. He's probably right. But right now, I'm just tired. Update 2. 2 weeks later. The deadline came and went. Sister didn't retract anything, so we filed. Restraining order petition went in Monday morning. Court date scheduled for this Friday. My lawyer says it's pretty much a slam dunk given the recording, the emails, the proven false statements to my employer. Tuesday, my wife's parents called me. Her dad this time. Son, we owe you an apology. I didn't say anything. We raised that girl, he continued. We thought we taught her better, but hearing that recording, knowing what she did, we're ashamed. Okay. Our daughter, your wife, she's a mess. Won't eat, barely sleeping. She loves you. Made a terrible mistake trusting the wrong person, but she loves you. I know. Are you going to divorce her? I don't know yet. That's fair. That's more than fair. Whatever you decide, we'll support you, and we'll support her through it. But you should know, she's not the enemy here. She was manipulated by someone she trusted her whole life. Maybe he was right. Maybe my wife was a victim too. But she was still the one who looked me in the eye and chose to believe I was a cheater. Wednesday, things got weird. I got a Facebook message from one of Sister's friends. Someone I'd met maybe twice at family events. You're a piece of shit? Ruining her life because she rejected you? Real classy. I screenshot it, sent it to my lawyer, blocked her. Then another one. Different person, same message essentially. I'd destroyed a family because I couldn't handle rejection. The narrative Sister was spinning was incredible. She was the victim now. I was the predator who came onto her, recorded her rejection, and was now using it to ruin her life. 5 more messages that day. All from her friends. All calling me names, threatening to expose me, saying karma would get me. My lawyer filed an emergency motion to include harassment by Sister's associates in the restraining order. Thursday, my work HR called. Sister had sent them additional emails claiming I doctored the audio, that I was dangerous, that they should fire me for the safety of female employees. My boss was furious. Not at me, at her. This has gone too far, he said. We're sending her a cease and desist from the company. And if she keeps this up, we're pursuing legal action for harassment of our employee. I thanked him. Meant it. Knowing my job had my back made everything slightly less awful. Friday was the court hearing. I showed up with my lawyer. My wife was there, sitting in the back. Sister showed up with her own lawyer, some guy she probably found on late-night TV ads. The judge reviewed everything. The recording, the timeline, the emails, the documented harassment, the false statements to my employer and landlord. Sister's lawyer tried to argue entrapment, that I'd recorded her without consent. My lawyer pointed out we're in a one-party consent state, perfectly legal. Then Sister's lawyer tried to claim the recording was edited. The judge asked if they had any evidence of that. They didn't. Finally, Sister herself spoke up. Your Honor, he's been stalking me. Ever since I rejected him, he's been... Ma'am, the judge interrupted. According to the timeline, you made these advances, he rejected you, then you accused him of infidelity to his wife. That's not him stalking you. That's you retaliating against him. Her face went red. The restraining order is granted. Minimum distance of 500 feet. No contact directly or through third parties. No posting about petitioner on social media. Violation results in immediate arrest. Do you understand? Sister looked like she wanted to argue. Her lawyer put his hand on her arm and nodded for her. Yes, Your Honor. Outside the courthouse, my wife tried to approach me. I held up my hand. Not here. Not now. I just wanted to say I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself. Thanks. Can we talk sometime? Really talk? I looked at her. She'd lost weight, looked exhausted, probably felt like her world had collapsed. Join the club. I'll think about it, I said. She nodded and left. My lawyer pulled me aside. The defamation case against Sister is next. We're going after damages for lost wages, emotional distress, damage to your reputation. Conservative estimate? We're looking at $30,000 to $50,000 if we win. I don't care about the money. I know, but you should care about the principle. She needs to face real consequences. He was right. That evening, I finally responded to one of my wife's texts. Coffee tomorrow. 10 a.m. That place on Madison. She responded immediately. I'll be there. Thank you. Saturday morning, I got there early, ordered a black coffee, sat in the back corner booth. She showed up exactly on time, ordered tea, sat down across from me. Thanks for agreeing to meet, she said. You have 20 minutes. Talk. She took a breath. I've been in therapy. 3 sessions so far, trying to understand why I immediately believed her, why I didn't trust you. And my therapist thinks it's because she's been my protector my whole life. When Dad was drinking, she was the one who kept me safe. When I was bullied in school, she handled it. When my ex cheated on me, she was the one who found out and told me. I was conditioned to trust her above everything else. That's not an excuse. I know. But it's an explanation, and I'm working on it. Working on trusting my own judgment instead of always relying on hers. I sipped my coffee. Okay. I know I destroyed your trust in me. I know I can't fix that overnight, but I want to try. I want us to try. Couples counseling, individual therapy, whatever it takes. What if I say no? Her eyes filled with tears. Then I accept that. Sign the papers. Try to move on. But I need you to know I'm sorry. Really, truly sorry. Not just for believing her, but for not even giving you a chance to defend yourself. For choosing her word over our entire relationship. 20 minutes turned into an hour. We talked, really talked, about trust, about her sister, about whether we could rebuild what we had. I didn't commit to anything, but I didn't say no either. I need time, I finally said. I can't promise anything. I understand. We left separately. I felt, I don't know, not better exactly, but less angry maybe. My buddy asked me that night what I was going to do. Honestly, no idea. You still love her? I thought about it. Yeah, unfortunately. Then maybe there's something to save. Or maybe I'm just an idiot who can't let go. He shrugged. Maybe both. The defamation lawsuit is moving forward. Sister missed the filing deadline to respond, so we're getting a default judgment. My lawyer estimates we'll have a ruling within 6 weeks. My wife and I are doing counseling, 1 session so far. It was brutal. The counselor didn't pull punches, made her really examine why she was so quick to believe I'd cheat. I moved some of my stuff back into the apartment. Not all of it. Baby steps. Sister violated the restraining order 3 days ago. Sent me a message through a mutual friend. You win. Happy now? I reported it. She got arrested, spent the night in jail, paid a fine. Judge warned her next violation means serious jail time. Her friends stopped messaging me after that. I don't know if my marriage is going to survive this. Some days I think maybe. Other days I remember that moment when she looked at me with complete distrust, and I think there's no coming back from that. But we're trying. That's something. As for sister, last I heard she moved 2 hours away. Got fired from her job after her meltdown at court made the local news. Small towns, man. Parents aren't talking to her. She's basically lost everything. Good. My lawyer asked if I felt vindicated. Honestly, I just feel tired. This whole thing has been exhausting. The lies, the manipulation, the fighting to prove my innocence when I didn't do anything wrong. But at least it's almost over. The legal stuff anyway. The emotional stuff? That's gonna take a while. Wife asked me last night if I could ever forgive her. I told her the truth. I don't know. Maybe someday. But not today. She cried but accepted it. We're taking it 1 day at a time. Some days are okay. Some days I can barely look at her. Counselor says that's normal. Says trust takes time to rebuild, if it can be rebuilt at all. Says I need to decide if I'm in this for real or just going through the motions. That's the question, isn't it? I'm still figuring it out. Final update, 2 months later. So here we are. Final update because I think I owe you all closure. The defamation judgment came through. Sister was ordered to pay $42,000. She doesn't have it. She's on a payment plan that'll take her years to complete. My lawyer says we can garnish her wages if she defaults. I don't even care about the money anymore. Donated half to a domestic violence shelter, keeping the rest for legal fees. Sister's parents, my former in-laws, reached out last month, asked if we could all sit down and talk. I declined. My wife went without me, came back and said they spent 2 hours crying and apologizing. They've cut sister off financially, emotionally, everything. She's completely on her own now. Part of me feels bad about that. Most of me doesn't. As for my marriage, we did 8 weeks of couples counseling. Some sessions were productive. Others were just rehashing the same pain over and over. The counselor finally asked us both point blank if we wanted to save this. My wife said yes immediately. I said I didn't know. That's your answer, the counselor said to me. If you're not sure, you're already done. You're just afraid to say it. She was right. I filed for divorce 3 weeks ago, not out of anger or revenge, just acceptance. The trust was gone. Every time my wife was on her phone, I wondered who she was talking to. Every time she went out, I wondered if she believed I was cheating again. Every time she mentioned her family, I felt sick. That's no way to live. My wife took it hard but understood. We're doing an uncontested divorce, splitting everything down the middle. The apartment lease is up in 2 months. Neither of us are renewing. She's moving in with a friend. I'm getting my own place. No kids, no major assets, no drama. Just 2 people who tried and failed. We had one last conversation last week. She asked if I hated her. No, I said honestly. I just can't be married to someone who thinks so little of me. I didn't think you did. When it mattered most, you thought I was capable of cheating, of lying to your face, of being that kind of person. And I can't forget that. She cried. I didn't. We said goodbye. It was sad but necessary. My buddy asked if I had any regrets. Only one. I wish I'd told my wife about sister's advances immediately instead of keeping it to myself. Maybe if I'd been upfront, none of this would have happened. Or maybe sister would have just spun it differently. Who knows? What I do know is I'm done being the guy who has to prove his innocence. Done being the guy who gets falsely accused and has to spend months fighting to clear his name. Done with all of it. I start my new job next month. Better pay, better position, fresh start. Moving to a different part of town where nobody knows this story. Sister? Don't know, don't care. She's blocked on everything, restrained by court order and frankly dead to me. My ex-wife? I hope she finds someone who she can trust completely. Someone who won't have to carry around recordings to prove they're faithful. She deserves that, just not with me. As for me, I'm good. Not great, but good. Therapy's helping. Started running again, made some new friends through work. Dated a little. Nothing serious yet, but I'm open to it. Life goes on. Someone asked in the comments of my first post if playing that recording was worth it. If I'd do it again? Hell yes. Every time. Because the alternative was letting sister get away with trying to destroy my marriage and then playing victim when it didn't work. The alternative was me being painted as a cheater while she played innocent. Nah, she made her choices. I just made sure everyone knew what those choices were. No regrets on that front. Final thought. Trust your gut. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And when someone won't believe you despite years of evidence to the contrary, that tells you who they are too. I'm out. Thanks for following this mess. Time to close this chapter for good. Peace.